Well, welcome back. Christian, this morning, very cold as it has been many mornings. And I'm left wondering, has this December been colder than December's previous, or am I just crazy?
Yes, as of, earlier this month, before we had that Grinch storm, which had the rain and the wind, the mild air, it was the coldest December since 1989. Through that point, it's at least the coldest December since 2017, though. So, it's been very cold.
This is unusual, and I'm not just making it up. I'm not just in denial that it's always this cold.
The month so far running over 6 degrees below average. And that's average temperature. So
that seems like a pretty big difference.
It is a major difference. You're right, Katie. Yeah, very cold, and that is not changing anytime soon. It looks like, if anything, the cold will stick around through the new year. This winter has felt like a different animal compared to the past few. It really feels like a return to a more typical Maine winter. That's certainly the case this morning. Very cold out there once again. However, as we head towards midday and into the early afternoon, it finally actually warms up, getting to or above the freezing mark. Sunny through the early afternoon before clouds will build later on today, out ahead of our winter storm tomorrow. But at least we get a quiet day for today. I would highly recommend traveling today or putting it off until Tuesday, because tomorrow very icy, messy weather is expected. A winter weather advisory in place for the mountains, all of central and southern Maine, with a winter storm watch off to the north, as again we do expect that slick travel through the day. Let's talk about storm timing here. After a nice day today, we'll see our winter storm arriving sometime around midnight tonight. This is a multifaceted storm here. It will have plenty of freezing rain, sleet, and a little bit of snow as well. It starts out potentially as snow in many spots, although I think along the coast probably starting out as freezing rain or sleet. As we head through the very early morning hours of Monday, milder air will start to try to push in. Now, I do think we'll switch over to rain along the coast during the morning on Monday, so that means that by the afternoon travel will be a lot better. But away from the coastline, it may be that it takes a while to turn over to any rain, even if we even do at all. Notice the pink lingering through the morning, and in some spots, the pink, the freezing rain, lingers into the afternoon as well. And models tend to underestimate the staying power of the cold air. Of course, it's been very cold lately. That makes me think that we might deal with that freezing rain away from the coastline, at least into the afternoon. So if you're along the coast, things probably improve quite a bit as we get towards 40 degrees. Away from the coastline, though, I would expect icy travel to continue through the day tomorrow. Northern Maine is the one spot that may see a bit more snow rather than ice, but even there up in the county could probably mix with some freezing rain or sleet as we head into the afternoon. Now here we are, 7 p.m. tomorrow, starting to wrap things up. Should wrap up pretty quickly as we head beyond that into our Monday night. So let's talk ice totals here. Luckily, it does not look like it's a major ice storm, but certainly enough for slick travel and isolated outages, especially from the Lakes region through the Freiburg area, Bethel, Rumford, up into the higher terrain and into New Hampshire. Again, we could see some isolated outages mainly the day after the storm on Tuesday as the winds kick up. Not expecting any outages or anything like that from the Portland area through Lewiston, Augusta, and to the north, but that ice will certainly lead to very slick conditions, especially on sidewalks, untreated roads. So not only keep this in mind for driving, keep this in mind for walking as well. If it looks wet tomorrow morning, it's probably black ice. So here's a look at our snowfall forecast. Really just northern Maine getting snow, and I really should say snow/sleet forecast here, because sleet will mix in as well. 2 to 4 inches up in the county. To the south, a coating to an inch or two of snow and sleet is expected. And again, the power outage risk is not high tomorrow, not exactly high on Tuesday either, but there will at least be the potential for isolated outages Tuesday as those heavy ice-laden branches get blown around in the wind. Winds will gust up to 35 miles per hour. It will also be frigid cold on Tuesday, so something to keep in mind. It does briefly get a little milder tomorrow, but very cold air quickly returns after that. Beyond that, we head towards New Year's Eve. At this point, looking fairly quiet. There could be some light snow, though, as we ring in the new year, so stay tuned. I don't think it will be anything significant, but we'll have to see if that turns into maybe a light accumulating snow, or if it's just going to be a few snow showers. So here's a look at our 7-day forecast. The cold coming back after tomorrow's messy winter storm. Notice 20 degrees colder in some spots on Tuesday in the teens. Very windy as well, so keep that in mind. Very cold again on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Could see a little snow as we ring in the new year. It's overall, though, pretty quiet through the rest of the week, other than the cold factor, which is, going to be very noticeable every single day, Katie. So winter gear definitely staying out this week.
Absolutely. Getting ready to bundle up heavily.
Yes.
Thanks, Christian.